Welcome to Paradice, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back with our main campaign, Adrift in Aldhalor. We have concluded the side quest, Saskia's Odyssey. We'll have a very brief epilogue for that at the beginning of tonight's session, just so we can have Sass depart her old world, and her other companions can choose to give us the epilogue for their character, whether it's them coming with Saskia back to Aldhalor or staying behind in Gwenvalier. Yeah, our music is licensed through musicbed.com. Occasionally we use Syrinscape and TabletopAudio for Ambience. Shannon.
Yes, that's me.
What's up?
Nothing. It's Wednesday. It's weird.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. This is
Hump
our
day.
new stream. We're testing out a new stream time. It's all my fault. My dance class got moved to Monday nights. It's entirely my fault. So,
So she owes us.
What kind of dancing do you do?
Tap dancing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like that.
It's pretty cool. Don't say it like that. It's pretty cool.
That
To
was
be
a
honest,
pretty-
I was trying to think.
what did
I was trying to think of something clever, but nothing took.
Oh
boy.
goodness. It is so good to be back in our main campaign. I cannot wait to get back with Iron and Mana. But before we can do that, I'm going to talk about our stream partners, starting with Underground Oracle Publishing. They are a TTRPG publisher creating new worlds in the Cypher system and beyond. Their current focus is Foxfire, a science fiction TTRPG with a strong emphasis on high adventure and fun, full throttle action where you play as anthropomorphic animals who left Earth behind long ago to take their place among the stars. For as little as $3, you too can become a member through their website and gain early access to this developing TTRPG and each of the worlds that they create. Next, we have Edward Yorke. Eddie is our beloved character artist. He's an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. You can see our character art on our panels. Is that what they're called?
Sure.
Sure.
Well, actually, the panels we don't have the panels anymore.
Do we have a new overlay?
We were here when we got it. There's the little circle portraits.
That's what I was talking about. The circle portraits, not the.
I got rid of the
rotating
panels
thing.
because we weren't updating them, and it would take a lot to update them for every level up as far as like your stats. They were all wrong.
Yeah.
So I just made the portraits.
So not the panels, the circle portraits. You can see that art on the overlay when we switch screens. To visit Eddie's portfolio and get in contact with him, visit eyorke.com. Last but not least, we have 1985 Games. They create affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other TTRPGs. In this campaign, Sean has used their NPC cards to create really fun NPCs for us to interact with. So if you would like to purchase those or any of their other products, please visit their website and use the code paradiceprod for 10% off your entire order. This is usually the part where I would talk about recaps and VODs being on Discord, but we're way behind, and we'll get there eventually. Should I keep talking?
Yeah, vamp for a second. I'm sending y'all a message real quick.
Ooh, secret message. Secret
tunnel.
Secret tunnel. What you can do, I forgot to say this last couple times, is join us on all the socials at Paradice Prod Productions, Paradice Pro on X, but Paradice Prod everywhere else. Bluesky, Twitch, X, YouTube, Discord, Instagram,
even
TikTok.
uses X anymore. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I just posted that we were live there, but
If you're here from X, thank you.
well, welcome.
What are you doing there? Just kidding.
What?
Huh?
All right. Let's jump
Alright,
into a
let's do it.
recap. All right. Last we left off in Gwenvalier. Iron and Mana had just undergone a arduous ordeal where Jacquet Touchard was killed by a shadowy devil that had tried to kill all the members of Iron and Mana. The entity had failed to kill the rest of them, Fyrn and Septimus specifically, because of Septimus's quick intervention that just wasn't quick enough to save Jacquet. Bruce thankfully was protected by the concealing magic of Jacquet's tavern. So the party rushed to find each other, essentially. And they, of course, found Jacquet in a state of death and quickly underwent a ritual. Well, Septimus began a ritual for resurrection, with the other party members contributing to that ritual to improve its success. The ritual itself was successful, but it changed Jacquet. One, Jacquet in his death was seeing his visions of the afterlife. Similar to the last time he died, he was out in the open sea, and he saw the bone vessel drifting closer, some harbinger of some doomed afterlife. But this ship was intervened by the spiritual winds of Eylis, the titanic wind elemental force that had resurrected him prior. It seemed as though Eylis had a purpose for Jacquet's soul, and Jacquet started to feel his soul being pulled to this elemental. But before anything could happen to his soul, the resurrection ritual, powered by the divine magic of Machina, interfered as the blue tendril-like magic of Machina weaved into his body to dispel whatever spark of elemental magic was in Jacquet from that prior resurrection, to replace it with its own magic, and replacing with it Jacquet's heart with a mechanical heart, and stitching over the wound the same metallic flesh that takes Septimus's body day by day. When Jacquet awoke, he felt that new power within him, and the party, grateful for his return, concerned over the augmentation of his body. Septimus made it clear that this was not the intention of the resurrection to cause this augmentation, knowing the party's skepticism to Septimus's beliefs in the augmentation of the Alma body. But nonetheless, their fancy bard had returned. The party immediately began shoring up their defenses within their individual territories, whether it was magic cast to protect them from scrying eyes, or it was keeping Jacquet hidden from the public. The next day, Jacquet's editorial, in response to Mr. Greaves' editorial about the political state of Hyven, was released, and Jacquet disguised himself to go about the people to hear their thoughts, but also to see if he heard any rumors about himself and the attack the previous night. He heard a lot of complaints about the Commodore and the Governor throughout the city, as well as comments about the lights in the sky the night prior. While no one seemed to know what happened to Iron and Mana, they saw the divine light of Machina come down to strike the devils throughout Hyven. The party began preparing for the day, of course, after reading Jacquet's editorial and Jacquet's investigation of the town. Let's see. Bruce, Fyrn, and Septimus head up to the Admiralty Court. Bruce and Septimus had a mission to go speak with Sigil about certain things, while Fyrn had gone to talk with the Admiralty Court's guard team, their guard captain particularly, since they had spoken with Emile Ducant previously, and he said he would connect you with the captain of the guard, Kamal Underfury, to begin weaving your trainings together to prepare for any violence or issues that might strike the town. Bruce and Fyrn learned a little bit more about devils and demons, and also inquired about seneschals, as Septimus revealed to Fyrn that he has the true name of a seneschal of hell, and that there may be some sort of plan at some point to utilize this, utilizing a planar binding spell to try to gain some advantage from this or learn some information. But Sigil shared what he knew of demons and devils, particularly that they don't like each other. And the last time demons and devils had worked together in any capacity had been during the Morasir conflict, when the Wayward One, the Wayward God, tried to take control of the planes of existence to destroy all of divinity, and that they had unified against this power and against the material plane in a lot of ways. He also learned that devils and demons cannot die permanently on the material plane unless bound to the material plane by magic. Otherwise, their broken forms return to the hells or the abyss to be reformed and reborn. It's uncertain how long that takes. They were particularly thinking about the shadowy devil that had attacked you guys the prior night, thinking you had killed it, but really you had just simply banished it. He also informed you about the Hell Gates, large structures that litter Aldhalor particularly, but all of Aradun. These were invasion points during the Morasir conflict, where the Hells broke into the material planes to fight against the Wayward One and the denizens of the material plane. All of these Hell Gates are closed, but they are not destroyed, which means they can be opened again. They are not locked down. And Sigil was aware of the shadow creatures and aware of their fiendish nature, as one of them had attacked the library thinking that Bruce was there, but was also destroyed by your divine intervention. And the last thing that we did in the session was Septimus used his divine intervention to cast Hollow on the lighthouse fortress on Fyrn's fort.
Hallow.
I said hollow. It is, yeah, hallow. To try to prevent demonic or fiendish entities from entering that space, either through a possessed individual or through any kind of planar magic. This is where we left off. It's been a little while, so it's okay if we kind of reestablish where people are in the city or what you guys are doing. We got through most of the day of the last session, so it would be more towards the evening. But before we do that, I want to rewind back to Gwenvalier, so we can learn about
switch the screens.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's just me and Shannon playing tonight.
Okay.
There they are. So, Saskia's companions, brigade, whatever you want to call it. You all defeated Saskia's former patron, the Sea Witch, the Sea Hag. You found Saskia's home in Tasaka. She received the closure she needed. Closure promised to her by Ro, with some parting words about seizing and living her life fully and on her own terms moving forward. You would have probably stayed in Tasaka for the memorial celebration, heard some words from Calith Stormrain, the Duke of Honduras, memorializing the war of the Pallid conflict, the Folly War, as they call it. But eventually you would have made your way back south towards where you originally met. You would have some time of travel and a little bit of time waiting for a specific vessel to be ready for you. So I'd like to sort of just go around one by one to have these epilogue moments. And these can be, like I said, you choosing to have stayed in Aldhalor or choosing to have left to go to Aldhalor. I'm sorry, stayed in Gwenvalier, left to go to Aldhalor with Saskia. So it can be, we can go through it where we'll have Seppi we'll have Clara and we'll have Tygon sort of having their either last or transitional continuing conversation with Saskia about this, and then Saskia, if anything that you want to do before departing. So we're gonna do Tygon last before Saskia because he's got some particular things that will relate to that journey. But Giuseppe, Clara, in the last few weeks that you have with Saskia, at least in Gwenvalier, what would you like for your epilogue to be? This can be you parting words for Saskia, or you saying that you'll come with her. She offered in Tasaka for all of you to join her back in Aldhalor, depending on your desire for adventure beyond your homeland. So, who would like to go first?
I suppose I could.
Okay.
So in our time in Tosaka, I'd say, like, what do we stay there for a few days before?
Yeah.
Kind of like make the decision to depart. Following the revealing of Sass's backstory in the house, I'm sure Septimus and Gusto.
Who?
You said Septimus.
Gusto?
You said Septimus.
Oh no! Dang, I'm in the wrong order. Giuseppe, damn it. Giuseppe and Gusto. Say, you seem to go through a lot right now, so we'll give you a little bit of space. But maybe we'll meet up in a couple days as I'll go off into Tosaka. And I guess do what they originally had planned, which was grave rob in the night. Because they got a hot tip. But I would take it that the tales of riches being buried with the unfortunate deceased were far-fetched, and the turnout is completely dog water. And so after like the sixth one, they're like, this is complete bullshit. I mean, freaking, we spent all that time, we almost died. What do we do? Maybe there's nothing here for us on this continent. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, maybe we could hitch a ride with Sass and see what even if we don't hang out with them, maybe we could see what the rest of a different world is like. Seems like it's pretty cool. Some good. It might just be nice to get away and see more of the world. Yeah, you might be right. But yeah, you're right. There's nothing for us here. We'll talk to her the next day and see if she'll. Well, we'll say that we'll travel with her. It'd be nice to kind of see some of this automatons that you're saying that a friend can master. Sounds pretty interesting. At which point the next day they'll tell Sass that they would be more than happy to join her on her endeavors to the new continent, to see new parts of the world and explore, and if it strikes them, maybe stick around. If they feel like fortune is in their favor with being around her.
Great. Excellent. So, Gusto and Giuseppe on board to be part of Saskia's crew. See if there's new graves to rob in Aldhalor. Clara.
So, Clara had joined her family when they arrived for the ceremony, and did her duty as a daughter of a storm rain. But afterwards, she tells her father and mother, and I imagine only her middle oldest brother, because the oldest is still back at Stormrain Castle, that she's gonna go on an adventure. She found a group she feels comfortable with, thinks that they complement her style well enough, and of course Duke Stormrain thinks it's a terrible idea, only cementing in her mind that she needs to do it. But of course, her loving mother is like, "Oh, let the child go on her adventure. Let her find her own way." And as Guinevere always seems to do with her husband, she calms the temper within. She calms the storm within the reign of the Duke, and he gives his blessing to Clara. And of course, Cal has to meet Saskia, and so he's gonna, eye her up and down and be like, "You make sure to take care of my daughter now, you hear?" As he's saying it with his magically augmented cane that he needs to walk around, that legend has could acts like a shotgun.
Yeah, with his busted knee from the war, from the Battle of Therismore, that he was at. I was trying to chalk up a Cal impression.
That's okay. It's been years.
Saskia? I know. He did start every sentence with, well. So Clara will also join the crew, so to speak. Which leaves us with Tygon.
So Tygon would probably basically try to do nice things for Saskia, as they were heading back, and is kind of leading her to take a quick break and come back to the Isles before heading back to Hyven. He keeps insisting that he wants, he has to return there, but he wants to, give her travels, and he keeps promising things like, "Oh, well, I'll make it worth your while, trust me, the generosity of the tradesmen is not to be trifled with. We'll take good care of you." And he'll just keep bugging her about it until she acquiesces, hopefully. As he returns, I think he might have a few questions for her, asking about her patron and what her future plans are. So I don't know if you want to act that out, or if you just want to say it, what you would tell him.
Which patron are you talking about, Ro?
Yes.
No. Michael.
Sorry, I thought I was on mute. I actually did.
Point of exhaustion for Seppi.
Yeah.
Okay, Seppi can take it. I'm playing Septimus.
I think, Saskia would be pretty forthcoming. Forthcoming? Is that right?
Forthright.
Yep.
Forthright.
Both work.
Honest. She'd be honest. And she would say that, Ro delivered on his end of the bargain, and so she intends to deliver on her end as well, while not putting her friends or anybody in danger, and just going to take, calculated risks and not be as impulsive as she once was. Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, I think Tygon would also mention to her that he is happy that he was of use to her, and he wants to continue traveling with her, but is very concerned about combat and did not feel comfortable in the last couple scenarios. It was bad enough when there were bandits on the street, but when they were getting teleported into, ocean domains and attacked by sea creatures, that was a little bit too hairy for his blood. And honestly, he doesn't think that he was, even though you said he was helpful, he didn't feel like he was okay in that situation. He basically was doing things out of panic, and he doesn't trust that, he doesn't trust himself to put the other lives in his hands. Mm-hmm. And he just doesn't want to be put in that situation again. So that leaves a little gap in your, plan. Like he's still not sure if he wants to go out adventuring with you until you return to his islands. And from there, he takes you to his family's, estate, and you see his shipyards. And further down at the end, there's, you can see some large warships being worked on, and they're like half built. Some of them are on the water, and some of them are off. And you keep going down until you find a large building that looks enclosed, and he leads you there and opens up these two doors, like these big wide doors one day, and inside you see a small sleeker vessel that he reveals and says, "The loggerhead is my ship, but it is a trading vessel, and it's meant for, hoarding large cargo, and it's a lot more lucrative to keep on the seas for my family's business, but we've been manufacturing many military ships for various empires who need naval capacity. They all very much, cherish our expertise in this matter, and this is one of our experimental models that we've been working on in secret. Technically, it is supposed to be given to another army, but they don't necessarily know. It was kind of like a sweeten the pot sort of deal. So I asked about it, and they said that if I were to change my duties, I could take this one and become its new captain. And I wanted to give that right to you, but only if you agree to allow me to stay on as the way I have it in the loggerhead, where I navigate, and the ship is technically owned by the trading company, but you in all rights are the captain.
I've been with every word that comes out of your mouth, I was already kind of slack-jawed looking at the ship, but my mouth just opens wider and wider and wider as you say these things, and I'm speechless for a couple minutes.
To give you a general idea, it's a 2-mast ship, fairly large. You can see that it is quite impressive. Although he says that it's a smaller ship, it's no slouch. It's definitely got a hefty amount of cannons, and it is designed to be a sort of an interceptor ship, like something that can maneuver faster against larger targets, might struggle hitting smaller targets that are faster than even it, but it's designed to outmaneuver the larger ships and get behind them and be more of a nuisance than a battleship to take things down. But tactically, it has its naval. It has very strong naval, abilities. You would see that the hull is reinforced, and it's painted now in a kind of like a black and blue sort of situation, where the hull is black and it's fading into a blue that is around the inlays, and around the circles and the portcullises is all this dark navy blue, and it has beautiful unmarked blue sails that are all rolled up. Yeah. But you do see the emblem of the trading company kind of etched in steel. It's like a embroidery sort of thing on the side of it, where you would have the ship's name, but the ship's name is blank at the moment. And it's one of those little things that looks like there should be a ship's name there, but it isn't
Mhm.
there yet.
Mhm.
And Sean said that he wanted to describe the figurehead.
Yeah, the figurehead is matched to who it was supposed to go to, which was the Farathrian nation, to Domuzerum. So the figurehead is this like ferocious looking Leonin. So it's almost like this tiger or a lion like humanoid that's sort of like reaching forward with its claws, ready to slash at whatever vessels this was meant to intercept, with a huge mane of hair all carved of this dark wood, roaring into the wind.
Very cool. After a few minutes, I'll finally remember that where I am, and I'll say, "Are you sure? This is a gift that far outweighs what I deserve. Are you sure?"
Of course. I mean, you may not believe it, but I think that I'm positive that you're the one for my prophecy, and at this point, I know that I have to stay with you for the good of my people, and my father believes the same, and we see it as a investment in your well-being. As long as I stay with you, you will have access to the ship, and you can choose whatever crew you'd like. Just as long as I can stay on board, the ship is yours. And I might not adventure as much as I used to. I don't think I really want to. You might have just muted yourself, but
I did, because somebody's losing their mind in the next room. That's why.
okay. Sorry. I didn't know if you were saying anything, but he would just look towards the ship and say, I think my gods would be happy if I just stayed on the ship and watched you from afar, as long as you promise to, or we could, get it in writing that you'll maintain ownership in or a captaincy in a alliance sort of way, with these conditions. I'm sure that it would be beneficial to both parties, and honestly, I'm sure your adventures are going to be very lucrative in the future. So maybe there'll be something else besides, prophecy and fate that'll, make this a little bit more fruitful for myself and the trading company. I'm always looking for better ways to make some cash.
Before you can finish, I will just kneel down and give you a big hug.
Watch the shell. Watch it, it's sharp.
Sorry. Oh, fuck, it is sharp. 100,000,000,000 fucking... Yes, Ty, of course you can stay. You have such a brilliant mind. Like, there's no way I would sail this without your expertise. You could, honestly, first mate?
I guess so, if you're offering.
Yeah, and you don't have to do any fighting if you don't want to. I understand. I really do how fucking scary it can be. I mean, you just saw it. Yeah. Yes. 1,000 times yes, thank you. I'll think on
your
your
very
name.
welcome. And yeah, don't feel rushed or anything, but if you want to pick somebody bigger and stronger to be your first mate, I won't feel offended.
No. I have never felt more certain about a decision in my life. It's you.
He kind of just smiles and nods his head and just says, Aye, aye, Captain.
Shannon does that. Saskia doesn't. And then I'll look back at the.
Tygon does that.
I'll look back at the ship and say, Captain Seablood has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Very scary.
All right. So Shannon, I'll catch you up on this at a different time, but
Yeah.
this will count as a stronghold for you.
Okay.
So Fyrn has his keep in the lighthouse as his stronghold. Septimus has his temple as his stronghold. And Jacquet has his tavern, his establishment, as his stronghold.
Okay.
Yours counts as a keep in the same way as Fyrn's does, except it has some special features because it's a ship instead of a strong like structure.
Yep.
This includes like you being able to get a specific training at it, choosing a specific training to have, which will give you a bonus benefit. So, like for example, Fyrn has some armor training, I believe.
Yeah, I have a heavy armor training. The training can actually be chosen. It takes like 24 hours to change the training that you want, but there are a bunch of different options that you can choose from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a ton. There's things like go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna make a suggestion, and this requires a lot of work outside of session. But since Saskia is a warlock, wouldn't it make sense to take the temple and just reflavor it as a ship? Because the temple is used for clerics, paladins, warlocks.
No, yeah, I
druids,
can talk it out with Shannon on what she prefers, but the keeps can be built by any class.
Right. I just for things that might benefit her, I think.
No, I know. I agree. Things like the Eldritch Blast bonuses and things in the actual like stronghold
There's more
action
I
things.
can do with Eldritch Blast.
If you go with what is the temple and the warlock variation of it, the warlock's feign. So Shannon, you and I will offline about that. I truthfully, Sevon is right. You'll get much better benefits from the warlock structure of it, particularly the class feature improvement, which gives you an extra spell slot.
Hell yeah.
But you do have to take. There's things like extended rests. We'll talk about it. We'll catch you up on that.
Sounds good. Next time. Ooh.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm so excited.
All right. Saskia, is there anything you want to do before you take these 4 adventurers with you to Aldhalor?
Just one, and we don't have to role play it, but I want to bring some things back for my friends.
Excellent.
So, for Bruce,
do you want to reveal these things when you meet with them? When you give them to them?
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
It's you can do it now. I just wanted to check if you wanted to wait until you get in front of them.
Yeah, no, let's do that.
Okay.
That's more fun. So, yeah, I will acquire some things.
Okay, you acquire some goods to carry onto the ship. As you all would board the unnamed vessel until Sass comes up with a name, or a name by committee, and set sail into the
Clara stands on the edge of it and goes, pretty sure, and I'm not usually a superstitious type, but I'm pretty sure it's bad luck to set sail on a ship without a name.
It is bad luck to set sail on a ship without a name.
Well, I have one that's been floating around the back of my head, but I don't know if it's gonna stick.
You can always change your ship's name.
Yeah.
But when it's at the bottom of the sea, it's a little harder.
It's got a good ring to it. What do you think?
No. No. You know what? All right. A group poll, crew poll, because I
Do
have a
we
fucking
each-
crew now. This is amazing. What do we think?
If it's a
Of-
poll, do we get to add submissions?
What?
I'm just saying,
that's-
if you're opening up the discussion,
It's
can,
a vote.
can I offer?
I will take suggestions, I suppose, but no, I really want to hear. And I don't know. This might be stupid, but all one word. All one word. The Ana Flores.
Sounds
You
very
see a
good.
big smile creep across Clara's face as she just nods.
Is it weird?
I don't think so.
I-
I mean, I don't know what it means, but it sounds very pretty.
I mean, you already heard what my suggestion was, so if you're not going to use it, that's fine.
There's something poetically beautiful about your previous name leading you on your next big journey.
When you put it like that, then it's perfect.
So the
So
Ana
that's it.
Flores,
The Ana
Flores,
Flores.
the Ana
Ana
Flores.
Flores. Yeah, Sean,
Flores or
how
Flores?
is my name spelled? I might take some liberties, but
that's a good.
You can take liberties, but the Ana is ANA. Flores, I'll let you, because I don't even know if the way I spelled it would make sense.
F-O-R-I-S, yeah.
all right, I'll put it in chat how I want to spell it.
Okay. Because the other thing too, Sass,
I forgot
is
about that, yeah.
you didn't. Oh, I guess you did see it in. You technically did see it in writing.
It was on
Yeah.
it was like a little.
Yep, it is on the plaque.
The-
So, however
yeah.
you spell Flores is how I'm going to have it be canonized.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna write it out a couple different ways and see which one I like best.
Okay.
But with the ship named, Clara strides up the game plank and says, "Whatever you need, Captain, I'm all yours." And she gives you a little wink.
Sorry, but you don't usually go to the captain for things. You ask the first mate first, and then I tell you what to do.
Oh, my apologies. I was not.
I'm
aware
the one
you
who
were-
brings the captain things, if it's important for her to know.
She snaps to attention and goes, "First mate Tygon. Do you have a last name?"
I do. I didn't put it on my character sheet though.
First mate Tygon. This is Cadet Clara Stormrain reporting for duty. What do you need from me?
At ease. Hoist yourself up there. Check the rigging.
Okay. She goes to do that because she is proficient in vehicles water.
Ooh, excellent.
Cool.
So it might even like.
Tygon is not.
Really?
Amazing.
Honestly, that's perfect.
there was a co-navigator on the last ship who would correct his mistakes that were purely based on the stars.
I'm a navigator. I don't know how the ship works. I
Right.
just know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
the
fair.
winds
You're not a
and the
bosun.
tides. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be some getting
Clara
used to.
can be the bosun. I have to brush up on my ship knowledge.
All right, and the Ana Flores, which is a very beautiful name.
It is. Very
Yeah.
good pick.
Glad I came up with it. Imagine if you had a stupid name.
Like lots of gente.
You're lucky I didn't name you Beverly. I name everything Beverly.
You do
Um,
know everything, Beverly.
Don't.
I forget how.
Yeah. There it is. So the Ana Flores takes sail across the Carencia Sea for the long voyage to Aldhalor for Saskia to join her friends in what I don't think she can quite prepare herself for the state of Hyven as it is. But before we get to Sass's arrival, which will correspond pretty much to where we are in the main campaign, we'll jump back to our other friends in Iron and Mana. So, I'll say that you all are at the lighthouse fort. Jacques having returned from his daily investigations, Fyrn having returned from training with the captain's guard, as Septimus is completing the hollow spell. As you would see, the usual aesthetic of Septimus casting Divine Intervention, his eyes going blue, sort of the lights, the lit flames in the room dimming at the power, and then sort of this wave of like geometrical light weaving over the entirety of the space in this blue light, similar to the crystals that form in his the geometric crystals that form in his temple, just start to over the entirety of the fort, providing the hollow protection to this space. Bruce is nowhere to be found. Bruce stayed behind in the library with Sigil. So, Septimus, you come out of your ritual meditation there, feeling the presence of Machina littering across this lighthouse fort.
It's permanent, right?
Nope.
No, it's 24 hours. You'd have to cast this every day to keep it.
Oh, is it every day?
Yeah.
Well,
Get Hal to do that for you. He can cast it, right? He's that high of a level?
no, probably not.
He
He was level
can
1 last time.
use Divine Intervention.
He's not there yet.
Because others, I'm
Oh,
pretty
actually,
sure that's 1,000.
no. Excuse you. No, casting time is 24 hours. Durations until dispelled.
Oh, actually, you're correct. So I actually take that back then. What you actually all find is Septimus in the midst of this ritual. It's almost like Fyrn and Jacques, you walk in and see Septimus in that like Infinity War, Doctor Strange, like in his like little predictive like meditation. He's just sort of sitting crisscrossed over several reagents that he's put to cast this divine intervention, where he is finishing this spell. Septimus, can you take a look at your divine intervention description? Because I'm wondering if divine intervention ignores cast times.
I thought we talked about it, and I didn't think it did, but...
Yeah, this
Yeah,
might have been
this
the
is a
last thing we
Point of
adjudicated.
Yeah.
Well, it's a point of contention still with people in the community, whereas
It says
it makes
as
it
a-
seem like it's an... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, as a magic action, you can cast any cleric spell of level 5 or lower that doesn't require a reaction to cast, without expending a spell slot or needing material components. You can't
So
use this feature again until you finish a long rest.
So to me, that reads as you do still need the casting times, because it says you can use it to cast. And is probably definitely something that you could argue against, but to me that means that you still need to do the casting time for it, because you're still doing the action of the spell. And I think if it was meant to be instantaneous, it would have said instantaneous in the description of divine intervention. I would have said
Honestly,
you cast any spell instantly.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you with this on this wholeheartedly.
Okay.
As much as as cool as it would be like, yeah, no, it's good. It makes kind of
Imagine
sense for
mid-combat.
such a powerful thing to have. Like,
Yeah, I guess for combat purposes, it would be insane if you could just cast like even just a tiny hut, just with like the snap of your finger, you know, that kind of thing. So then, yes, Jacques and Fyrn, you arrive at the lighthouse fort to find in the Great Hall Septimus, sort of like, I imagine even like on the dais in there. Just in the midst of this ritual, where you can see kind of these geometric shapes hovering around him, and his little, like, his eyes are closed, but you can see the refracted light of the blue energy underneath, in between his eyelids.
Turning to Fyrn, Jacques points. Feels good to say that again. Jacquet points to Septimus and all the shit he's doing. He's like, did you give him permission to, machina up your fort? Or is this just, him acting on his own accord?
I mean, without him, interfering, clearly it's of assistance. If it becomes too much of a hassle, I could always kick him out. But so far, Machina's done nothing but help us. I might not have helped you, but it saved my butt when I was attacked by those shadow monsters.
Sorry, have you forgotten the fact that Machina literally saved me from the magic of Eyeless and brought me back to life? Have you forgotten that?
I thought Eyeless was the one who was trying to save you from being dead.
You sometimes... It's like you live in your own world, I swear. Anyways, I was under the impression that you were distrustful of Machina. But if you're not, and you're okay with this, that's fine. I was just making a joke about, Septimus just, being a little...
Look, I am distrustful of it, honestly. It doesn't sit well with me that he is so, focused on all of this stuff. I think that it's something from another world that shouldn't be trusted, but just like the elements that are more powerful, you need to caution anything with this much power. Have caution with anything with this much power. But Septimus, right now, as he is, I think I could still take him.
Eyeing between the two of you, Jacquet goes, my money's on you, big guy, don't worry.
Hell yeah.
Well, it is.
So, yeah,
go
we'll
ahead.
just probably wait till he does his thing. Do you want to roll some dice or something?
Like in character or
yeah, in character to pass time.
Oh yeah, 100%. Jacquet and Fyrn can play some liar's dice, and Jacquet brings back his old set of dice that is he attuned to them? That he is. Oh, I'm on the wrong character sheet. That he's not attuned to. So they're just normal D6s, and he cannot change his fate with them.
Okay. So you guys kind of spend some time playing dice, kind of just hanging out. Like really in your minds being like, what the fuck is he doing? It's not done yet. Because it's not going to be done yet until like midday the next day.
Right. Yeah, so I'm fine skipping ahead if we just want to do that.
Totally. Yeah. You retire for the evening to your respective places, taking your own precautions. Jacquet, I don't know if you'd want to stay in the fort. I think we had a conversation about you staying in the fort instead of your establishment.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we all agreed to stay together under the protection of Machina.
Yes. So yeah, easily enough you two retire. Perhaps a little bit more paranoid about keeping the doors locked. Fyrn, I imagine you check several times with your own fort garrison to make sure they are patrolling appropriately. But the next day, you can awake and find Septimus still working on it. And through the morning, eat a little, relax a little, maybe talk a little bit. But ultimately, it's around noon that Septimus. First of all, you two would notice that there's actually an effect that happens in what I described before of that wave of geometric magic goes over the space and bubbles around the lighthouse fort, hollowing the ground to protect, as Septimus would come out of his ritual at that point.
It is done. This area is now protected from any extraplanar forces.
Oh, Well, that's good.
Do we test it out?
Suppose.
Fyrn is gonna use his Ithel Dagnir's storm ability, just like in a big AoE in the courtyard, like where nobody is around, just to see if it has any effect on that.
So I will clarify here that the effect is specifically for fiends.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to Fyrn.
Okay, Fyrn, it happens as it normally would.
Yeah. While Fyrn is doing that, Jacquet just like leans over to Septimus and goes, "So what did you actually do?"
I just said fiends, right? Because I wasn't gonna just throw it on everything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't throw it on everything. You have to select one of the types of creatures.
It says creatures of the chosen type.
Creatures of the chosen type, and then creatures of any type of any types you choose can't enter. Oh wait, is it on?
I see types.
Oh,
plural,
it's types. Yeah, you actually could technically select all of them. There's no limit on it. Oh, this is a good spell. It says choose any of these creature types. Creatures of the chosen types. So yeah, you could technically choose abs, celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and undead. It's gonna be real awkward when Sass tries to walk in there.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, how's that gonna work?
But she's none of those.
But you're not a fiend.
But she's hosting a fiend.
I am.
Sure. Yeah, so Ro can't come in. That's probably for the best.
No, I know. I meant for Sass. I didn't mean for you guys. For you guys, it's gonna be fine.
Oh, okay. I see.
As much as I want to do everything, Septimus will choose everything but elementals, just because it's Fyrn's domain, and he'd like to respect and that affinity towards them, which he has.
That's fair.
Can't wait for that to fuck us up down the road.
Well, of course, but
Which means Fyrn's spell does go off perfectly fine.
yeah. Let me clarify. Magic can come through and you use it, but creatures of the extraplanar type cannot willingly enter without. I don't think they actually just can't willingly enter. I mean, given the nature of what happened the other night with the shadows that lurked and took our beloved friend here, we can't be too careful.
Definitely agree with that.
What about the undead? Would that
Undead are included.
Okay.
I did aberrations, celestials, fae, fiends, and undead. Elementals, given your affinity towards them, I did not completely bar. I didn't want to overstep, especially if not speaking with you first, which I realize now may have been a bit rash.
I appreciate your hesitance there. You know, this is a place that, although I know most, it's hard to say. The connection to the spirits in Hyven has been damaged ever since they've left the temple district after the destruction of that temple. But I'd like my fort sometime in the future to be a haven for those who wish to worship the spirits. I see their influence in the studies at the academy, and it gives me hope that there still might be people out there who believe the way I do.
I thought as much, and that's why I have allowed that exception.
And is this spell able to... Does it block just creatures, or can we designate specific people from entering?
Just creatures generally that are of those types.
Okay. I mean, I wish my fort to be inclusive to those of Hyven. If there are folk who, include some of those, are included in some of those categories that have no ill will, would it allow them in, or could we make exceptions?
I don't believe that exceptions can be made, but I think that the percentage of Hyven population that is going to be undead, fey, or fiend is extraordinarily low. Ones that don't want to kill us, that is.
You have yet to meet any fairies or Eladrin in Hyven. Or satyrs, or...
There's a lot of people in Hyven we don't know,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Sean?
No, I get you. It's not a problem. I understand.
Cut to an hour from now, we meet a new character, fairy, who wants to help us.
And is very insulted when they can't come in Fyrn's fort, and they curse us all, and we die.
Yeah, I think there's only a few of the... I think it really is just fairies and Eladrin that are actually considered fae in those terms.
Hexbloods.
Hexbloods, yeah, good point. And
Anything
guess...
from Ravenloft is either fae, fiend, or undead.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, most things, like even tieflings and ASMRs are humanoids.
Yes.
Anything that we, connect with most player
Yeah,
ancestries.
there's only specific setting themes that have actual fae creatures.
Right. Because I think we talked about this. Because I was like,
Well, we were
Fyrn's not a
talking because we
fiend
didn't
or
want
a
Fyrn
is
to,
he?
yeah. That's exactly what you asked
I'm a
when you
tiefling.
asked about it. No, it's just it doesn't affect those with the ancestry feature. It's only those who are in their species. It says you are a fae, which is what Eladrin and
Right.
some of those others say. Actually, Eladrin are humanoids. Actually, they just have the fae ancestry, but it is some of the more specific things from the Feywild adventure that say you are fae, and then like Stefan said with the Ravenloft and Hexbloods and those things. Serathil wouldn't be allowed in.
Huron wouldn't be allowed in.
Huron wouldn't be allowed in, yeah.
I mean, I must say, thank you. This is a great tactical advantage that I'm sure we'll make great use of in the future, and it'll be an ease for those who take shelter in our fort as well as our soldiers, that we have this extra layer of magical defense.
We certainly can't be too careful, given these times. Given our numbers. Who knows?
I
what
have,
Bruce is right now, but sometimes I wonder how Sass is. I just hope that she's okay.
It's been quite a while. Maybe we should ask Bruce to check up on her.
She'll be back when she's ready.
And Bruce is nowhere to be found.
Bruce dead.
The only one who would actually know where Bruce is Septimus, who would know he's still back at the library and either went to his own place to rest or is still there.
So do we still have some time before Saskia arrives, or?
Yeah, if there are things you want to do before Saskia arrives, because I'm gonna have to cut to her because she's gonna come to her ship's gonna arrive in the docks and she's gonna be at least stopped there by the dock workers, given the conditions of the dock, and then I imagine Saskia, correct me if I'm wrong, Shannon, but you'd probably make a beeline for, honestly, probably the temple, because that's the last place you knew the party to be staying at.
Yeah, wherever I think that they would last be is where I would go.
She would probably see the fortress from her coming in.
No,
newly
she wouldn't.
constructed.
The fortress wouldn't be tall enough for that.
Oh, okay.
Just given the amount of structures that are around the fortress that are the ruined structures, she wouldn't spot the fortress right away.
All right.
Actually, no, I take that back, because the lighthouse was slightly above the structure. She would spot that there is a new fortress built there, that there isn't the same foundation of the lighthouse circle. She would see that it was at least like repurposed in some way. But other than the changes at the docks, Hyven would look much the same to you, Saskia.
Okay.
But yes, if there's something you guys want to do in the time being before she gets there, yes, you do have some time.
Besides the regular training with his people and the guards that he had normally, made a connection with, I think Fyrn would like to find the old tiefling priest that used to run that shrine in the temple district, and see if he would like to, have services within the shrine in the fort. Maybe twice a day or something like that. He would offer his services, essentially.
You would need to give me an investigation check to find him, because he's not just going to be at the abandoned temple. The elemental temple is abandoned, but you could definitely do an investigation to try to find him.
Sure. I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you do ask around. Like, you're not going to get nothing out of that. You just don't find him yet. You ask around the temple port to some of the other temples, and the overall consensus from people is that Samuel has not been around in a while. That people haven't seen him in the temple court since the destruction of the temple, his temple. And that you might act like you take this as a possible clue, but also could just be someone cracking a joke. Somebody would be like, "You'd probably have better luck looking around the different taverns around Hyven. He's probably drinking himself to death after what happened."
Sure. After a little while of searching, Fyrn would check those taverns if he still has time. If not, he would just delegate it to one of his, soldiers to do in their off time.
Yeah, you can designate it to your adventurers to go searching for him.
Right.
Septimus and Jacques, is there anything you want to do in this afternoon before Saskia arrives?
Not that I can think of right now.
It's fine. Just check it if there's anything specific you would be doing at this time.
I think Jacques would continue his incognito intel gathering. Instead of having his establishment do it, he's going to do it, but he's focused specifically on trying to follow news of Jacques Touchard's death. Mm-hmm. So he's listening to hear if anyone hears, or listening if anyone's talking about that.
Okay.
And that's really, pretty much it.
All right, excellent. All right, Saskia.
Yeah.
And Tygon, Clara, and Seppi.
Captain Seablood to you.
Wow.
I am god of this world, and I respect no titles.
Where is the exhaustion on that? What the hell?
Right?
No, that's 2 exhaustions for Seppi because he swapped over. Right?
That was Stefan who burped.
That was Stefan. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well, the thing is, Mike, is that Stefan didn't rack up the debt that you did initially in the campaign.
Okay.
So he hasn't reached the exhaustion level yet of his burps. And his was for comedic timing and not because he wasn't muted.
Right.
Sorry for the bullying. Saskia, the Anafloris is bounding across the waves of the Carencia. You pass by some of the landmarks of the the sea before it gets to the bay that you're heading towards. You pass by the offshore islands, the three giants, which are a trio of large sea stacks that are kind of like perfectly aligned, almost like standing stones that people are very superstitious about. You learned a lot of this superstition from your first travel over the sea. There are a lot of actual shipwrecks around that area, and they're like when I say stacks, I mean they're literally like hundreds of feet tall, like these three pillars that almost make a triangle with this central kind of like cylinder in the middle that's like a like you even like think in your head back to like the original Bone Rattler crew talking about like, oh, wouldn't that make such a great hideout, but then someone else would be like, no, everyone dies who goes there, or all ships crash when they go near there. There's another larger island that's mostly rocky, so there's no like inhabitants on it, called Sorakrill's Wall, because it's kind of like a de facto seawall that somewhat protects the bay that Hyven's on, prevents some of the more dangerous tsunamis and whatnot, although it was not able to protect them, obviously, from the Great Storm a year and a half ago. And once you pass these, you know that you're officially in the bay itself, and in the Zafir Bay.
Excellent.
Heading towards what I don't think I've ever named, but the Little Palto Cliffs, the Paltos Cliffs. Anyway, I just noticed that I have two different names for one thing. And you see Hyven. It's taken you a while to get here, so it is now close to the end of winter in the Shining Shadow. It's only about 2 weeks from the new year. It's warmer out than it normally is. You left in the harshness of winter, so it's nice to see Hyven kind of being bright again. It's a moderate day, actually quite warm, even for the Shining Shadow. It's approaching the high 50s in the Odon meter, warmer than normal, with some moderate winds that are carrying you into the Zafir Bay. You notice that there's a lot of ships anchored in the port, not a lot of ships in the bay itself, other than a few of them coming in and out. And you would notice that the lighthouse foundation has been restructured into a fortress. It's by no means like a massive fortress, but it looks like a new, from your eyes, a new military garrison in the Lighthouse District, which you recall when you left. What you knew was that the Lighthouse District was contested by the different factions in Hyven. So you might surmise that this is someone planting a flag, building a new building there. You would actually also notice just like construction happening in the Lighthouse District. As you wouldn't know this, but the Koboko company is doing some work in the Lighthouse District. But everything else seems pretty normal as you approach the docks. When you get to the docks, you are flagged down by a dock master towards a specific pier. And you notice like a lot of like ship workers, dockers, and even like people just on other docked ships, like they're just like staring at you funny.
What else is new? I'm used to it.
And not, I mean, they're staring at your ship funny, not you. They're not looking at you on board funny. They're just, in your mind, you might just simply think they're like, oh, that's a new ship.
Yep. Okay.
So your crew and your first mate are able to pull the vessel in to dock there. As the anchor drops, the sails are brought up, the rigging set, and the before the gangplank can even be dropped, though, this dockmaster shouts up at the vessel, "Who is captain of this vessel?"
I will stride over, hearing that question, filled with intense pride, even at the tone of that voice. Just walk over the edge and be like, that would be me.
Who are you?
And I kind of like pause for a second.
What's your name? I mean.
All right. Saskia. My name is Saskia. I'm actually part of Iron and Mana.
And when you say Iron and Mana, you see a reaction on his face. A
good one?
No, like a surprised look and then a sternness in his face. Saskia of Iron and Mana? Do you have papers to enter this port with a vessel? Approval from the powers that be?
What? Ty?
What
Ty?
powers?
Yeah, what powers? Well, Ty, do we have papers?
Keep your crew on the vessel and come down on the gangplank and talk to me face to face.
Fuck, alright. Why you be so grumpy?
Popping up next to Sass, Clara's like, say the word captain and I'll kill him where he stands.
That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
And by
Come on.
kill, I mean
There's-
harmlessly knock him unconscious.
Just grease him a
With a
little. They
fireball.
all just want to pay. Jeez, guys, come on.
This is my first conversation as captain. Everybody just needs to calm the fuck down, all right?
What about all the
Just slip him a-
conversations we've had?
I meant with like the official.
Oh,
Fuck.
of course.
Stay here. Ugh. Just make sure this doesn't break, please.
Look, acquiesce. Give him some hush money, and we'll figure out what to do next. Don't escalate. That's the trader's advice.
Okay. Right. Yeah. And I will walk
Fireball appears at the end of Clara's wand.
She's unbound from the decorum of Honduras.
down. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I
She
like
doesn't
to
have to
think
worry
that
about this getting back to her father.
I like to think that she's wearing like total like I don't know, pirate garb for lack of a better term. Like you've ditched your nice clothes and you are letting loose. Maybe.
She, like,
I don't know.
Cuts a sleeve and she's like, I'm not going to fix it. I could. I'm
yeah,
not going
yeah.
to.
It's actually just her
'Cause that's
normal
life we're
gear.
living, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
so
I will go
Saskia-
down and meet this guy.
Yeah. He's a tall, brutish man, human, probably 6'4". He has a tome hanging at his waist, or a ledger more so than a tome.
Mhm.
It's not like a tome, like a grimoire, like Clara's. And sun burnt skin, and he looks at you and goes, "Iron and Mana, you say?"
Aye.
Ah.
That's a problem.
It might be. We're only entering the docks that are controlled by our future leader, our future savior, Mr. Greaves.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, what can we do to smooth this over?
What do you mean by that? Are you asking me
I-
to
I
cross
ju-
Renning Greaves?
No. I just want to dock my ship and go find my friends.
Your friends.
Aye.
Oh, why shouldn't I send word to Mr. Greaves about your arrival here? With a vessel. And he looks behind over your shoulder. It seems to be well equipped for battle.
Yeah, it's mine. Thank you very much. And no one's taken it from me. You can
Those
let Rennie know that.
threatening words.
No, no. That you're being fucking threatening first. All right, I'm just matching energy.
He looks at you like expectantly.
What? Oh,
usually...
money. You want money, right? You want money.
And
Is that what you
he's
want?
like, he's like,
Ties up the side of the boat, like shaking his head.
and he looks at you.
Even
And
Clara's just like,
he looks at you and he's like, I don't usually have to say that part out loud, but because you're making me say it out loud, yes, that means the price is higher because I'm taking more risk on here, Miss Saskia.
Captain. Thank you very much.
Oh, it won't be captain until, and he holds his palm out.
Fucking hell. All right. I'm always bad with money here, so what would
10,000 silver pieces.
I actually imagine you probably Saskia, because who's also bad with money because she's never really had money and used it wisely.
Yeah.
I imagine like you actually like look back to the three of them up on the dock, and you're like maybe like holding up your coin purse, starting to take money out.
Yep, and just waiting for like that. Yeah, that's good enough. Yep.
Tigan
100%.
takes a pouch of his own money and tosses it at her.
I'll catch it with one hand.
It's the exact amount he would use.
Excellent. Great.
And
There
how
you
much
go.
is that, Ty?
Yeah.
I would say generally, I mean, like, this is more of a question for you. Like, what would he'd imagine that this is like a hostile place and like it's like an open negotiation. Like, what would he normally, pay in that sort of situation?
So I mean, in Tygon's situation, it's a lot more diplomatic. Like when you're bribing, when your company is maybe doing bribes or trying to get into a place that's technically closed, it's usually not in the same, like you get the sense of this from this guy's conversation with Sass, that the person that he represents does not like Sass, does not like Iron and Mana, and is openly hostile to them. So it's a little different from, say, like just a lazy guard who wants a bribe to let you buy. It might be more than you usually would give.
Okay, so if that's the case, then like a regular bribe, we'll say, like, if hypothetically you would multiply it by 1.5, so
Okay.
if it was 3 gold, he would give 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah, so putting that into silvers, you would be giving 75 silver. Is that right? 85. It'd be 85
If
silver.
we're doing 20, yeah.
It'd be 85 silver. I'm sorry, it would be 90 silver, actually. So Saskia, give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Okie dokie. Persuasion. Ooh, thank God for advantage. 16.
Okay. With the 90 silver and the 16 persuasion roll, this after this guy opens it up and kind of does a cursory glance at guesstimating how much it is, he looks at you, he tightens the string of the bag, puts it into his pocket, and he says, "And whose name should I register the Ana Flores?" As he like peeks over your shoulder to. A tip. It shouldn't be yours. Sorry, it just seems like you need a little guidance.
Just put it down as Captain Jones.
You know what? Just do Mr. Smith, and we'll call it even.
Very, very not suspicious.
You could have picked anyone's name.
You know, I was making a Pirates reference, okay?
All right. With a wink, Mr. Smith. You will have docking fees for keeping your vessel here until you have papers saying that you can keep your vessel here free of charge. It'll be
And where would one get those papers?
well, the head dockmaster.
Ah, right. Excellent. I know her. Okay.
So
Okay, great.
it'll
I'll have
be
a word
20 silver per week.
per week. All right,
Ahead of time each week, so 20 silver now.
Ay, fucking hell! I just want. Fuck. Here, fine. I give him
You just
20
what?
silver. I just nothing. Nothing.
Nothing's
just
right, because that was not a payment, that was a gift.
I.
And he winks at you,
Okay.
slowly. Like it's an uncomfortable wink.
Yeah.
Almost looks like he has a bug in his eye and he's not actually winking.
Can I go now, please?
Aye. You and your crew can enter Hyven. So he writes all the information down. And you see he's staring at your ship and writing more information down about it, just about the size of it and the type of ship it is. As he will let you enter Hyven at that point.
Great. I will tip my hat and say much obliged. And then I will wave to my crew. Let's go.
Hop, 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 hop.
Tygon will address the crew and release everybody for shore leave, but he will remain on the crew with the skeleton, crew just to keep watch.
Yep.
Not let anybody on there who's not supposed to be there.
Yep. Ship's in good hands, Ty.
Aye, aye. We'll see you soon.
So, as the 4 or 5 of you, say Gusto's coming too, depart the ship, Jacquette, roll me a perception check.
$23.
23. Jacquette, you are strolling around town, doing your own investigations. And
Whistle,
you know,
whistle, whistle.
whistle, 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 and you're like maybe like just doing a little like casing of the docks, knowing what the situation is there, knowing that Emil wants to in some way take the docks back for the purposes of getting the governor into the city via ship safely. And you spot a familiar silver-haired woman walking with 4 strangers in tow, looking Gusto.
Yep, that's still Seppi, Gusto, and Clara. Ty still.
Tygon. Oh, Tygon, you stayed behind? No, you stayed behind.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought that you just said the skeleton crew. You see, followed by 3 new individuals. You see that she's walking up the pier from the ship. You actually would even probably be able to discern what ship she's coming from. What do you do?
No fucking way. So Jacquette is disguised. He's using disguise.
It's gonna be my next
self.
question.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think he's probably disguised as a half orc, like burly dock worker if he's at the docks. He's got like a headband on and like just like a loose leather jerkin. As he crosses his arm and he goes, "This ought to be good." And he's just gonna nonchalantly observe them.
Okay, I love it. So a little casing of Saskia now instead of the docks.
Yeah.
So Saskia, where are you leading your 3 friends?
So we said that the temple was probably the place where I last saw.
Yes, the temple's where you
them.
left the your message to them, your note to them that you were leaving.
Yes. But I think first I would take them to insert tavern name here that I don't remember.
Harlequin and
to get
Chalice.
yes, to get a drink.
Okay.
As, like just to buy them around and get one to go for Ty.
Okay, so as you enter into dockside, as you enter into that area, Sorry, I'm pulling up all my old stuff.
So you say this is a really good bar? I'm really having just grog and all that, just crackers. I need some good food.
Yeah, all this food that you'll be taken care of there, I promise. Now, and Harlequin and Chalice is who owns it again? What's his name?
Well, he doesn't
Mr.
own it, but he is the manager of it. There's
That's
you're
what I meant,
thinking
manager.
of Orin.
Orin, yes. We are to treat the manager with respect, and there will be no grifting here. Got it?
All right, yeah, you got it, boss.
Hmm.
No grifting here, but you
No grifting
see
here.
somebody that you don't like or too familiar
Yeah.
with.
All right.
Said
all
old
right.
Seppi and Goose on them.
Seppi and Goose.
Seppi and Goose, love it. That I
So-
will do.
Saskia, you make your way through Harborside, which is as it always is. It's filled with dock workers loading and unloading things. Probably less of that than you remember, as things have moved from the sort of open air markets to the black markets, given Mr. Greaves' control of things. You don't really know the extent to Mr. Greaves' control of things. You just know that clearly that dock that you docked in is controlled by Mr. Greaves. It's once you get into the Merchants Exchange, where you know the Harlequin and Chalice to be on Main Street, that you start to see some things that maybe raise an eyebrow. You see, what's the best way to describe this? There is a huge fog cloud in a section of the street where people are keeping themselves away from, and you can see 4 black armored guards, armored from toe to head, with these limbless crossbows, basically like wooden. In real life, you'd view them as just like wooden guns, like they don't have like a toy gun you'd buy at a Ren fair, but with like blasted black chipped wood at the top with these remnant runes of magic on them as they hold them like crossbows. As there's something in that fog cloud that they're guarding and protecting. You can see there's a whispering crowd all around it. You also would notice a large structure that wasn't there before, which is a built-up version of the Avenirian Electrum Company's space. When you were here, you remember that to just be a power generator. That at one time Sigil had tried to hire you to go and free an elemental from. It looks like it's a little bigger than it was before. And you also remember these black armored guards to have been the guards who were protecting that you'll recall Fyrn got into a little debate with last time you were here. Which that was even longer ago. You would also just generally notice the presence of a lot of like strong-armed groups just kind of like hanging out and watching, not really doing anything. They're all kind of like dressed in civilian clothes, but they all look like they're guards, but they're not really doing anything but keeping eyes on the crowd, as this Electrum Company guard is just standing around, and anytime anyone gets close, you see them step forward with these magic crossbows and threaten them. The rest of you would obviously see this as well. This is not a typical sight in Gwenvalier. While Gwenvalier has enjoyed some of the technological spoils of their trade routes with Aldhalor, they have not sort of progressed to the for lack of a better way to put it, the techno magic, the artificing boom that is in Aldhalor. There's certainly very innovative artificing happening in Gwenvalier, but it's certainly in a different sort of flavor, I would say. So you've not necessarily seen this. Although Clara, for you, this would remind you of some of the technology that your father would talk about from the Folly War, sort of these magical firearms that were used, and some of that type of magic. This reminds you of those stories.
As we're walking towards the tavern, I'll just kind of like my brows furrowed, and I'll just mutter to my group, this is new. I don't remember this. It's usually a lot more lively around here. I don't know what that fucking cloud is. I'll have to ask my friends when we find him what that's all about. Maybe one of them will be. Maybe they'll be at the tavern. I don't know. And it's been a while. Harlequin and Chalice is where Jackie Touche plays, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Right, that's what I thought.
The other tavern that you were familiar with was the Cask and Crow Inn, which was destroyed by the Aradunai. Although you did give 1,000 silver towards its repair. With Kana, your enemy. So you walk past this scene, get through the crowd, and head towards the Harlequin and Chalice, which is as it always looked like, with the big painting on the brick side, the 4 circle turrets that represent the towers, making it look like a medieval times. And you would actually also notice plastered on a lot of buildings are these signs that have been posted all over with things like sayings, just little political slogans, things like "Do you believe in Mr. Greaves?" Things that are advertising a election coming up, things that are disparaging the Commodore and the governor from the capital. You actually see one. And Jacquette, you would notice this too, and would have noticed it in your strolls. One of these, like, Mr. Greaves political ads somebody has 100% like painted over Mr. Greaves with Jacquette Touchard. Which is new, certainly. And you get to the Harlequin and Chalice, and when you go inside, it's late afternoon at this point, so there's the early dinner folks there. People who are getting off of maybe their dock work, having an earlier shift. You can see no sign of Oren there. You see one of the employees you knew that was there, Pari, who is a tiefling woman, who is just sort of wiping down the bar. It looks very slow, although there is the warmth of the fire in there and the buzz of some of the electrical lights. Although most of the electrical lights are turned off, when in the past, when you were here, they were on at all times. So it's a little bit more dim and musty in there than you're used to, and nowhere near as lively. Now, not to say that it doesn't get lively here, but this is certainly not the bar you remember. Although you do, upon entering, there is that little vestibule area, the kind of like tiny hallway that's more like a closet, where there's that board with all the advertisements, and you do see a Jackie Touche advertisement on there.
I'll point it out to the three of them, be like, that's one of them. Very gifted musician, very good with the words, but he's a bit of a dick.
Would there be like photos like of folks? I guess it's not photography, but like would there be like a picture of Jacquette?
There'd be like a painting, an artist representation of Jacquette. Now, photography, like the literal earliest version of photography possible, does exist, but obviously it's something that's very expensive and hard to get, and not something that you just like do quickly for an ad. But yes, you see
Clara pauses briefly, scrutinizing it, and then just shakes her head and walks in.
What's so special about this guy?
He's
yeah, Seppi has somehow found some like peanuts that he's cracking and eating.
I was right. Yeah. Yeah. Where the fuck do you fit? Impressive. He's very, very good at getting people behind him and gathering support, and he's a very good storyteller as well.
Okay.
Very eloquent.
All right. I like to hear. Yeah. I've been entertained.
I actually think, you know what, you might get along very well with him.
Not too well. You hear from Gusto.
No, man. Listen. You don't have to worry about that. I don't want to get any fur balls.
No, but before you even think about it, he'll cut your hand off if you try and steal from him. So I've tried, and it wasn't great. So
That's okay. You want an apple? I swiped one from one of the cards.
yeah, sure, thanks. Oh, it's delicious.
But would you like to go up to the bar?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I will.
So
Go up and just say, is it morning, afternoon?
late afternoon.
Okay. Let's say, good afternoon. To
Uh,
Pari.
Pari doesn't like look up as she's like wiping the tables. She says, "What do you want?"
Okay. What do y'all want? Looking at my crew.
She looks up. Pari
I'll
looks
take-
up
I'll
and
just take
starts
an ale.
saying what she has. But she's like, "We got ales. We got all kinds of liquor. We got." And she looks at you. And goes, "Saskia."
Hi. Hi.
I haven't
I'm back.
seen you in a while.
Yeah. No, I went on a little self-discovery journey, and things have fucking changed while I was gone.
Yeah. Didn't think you'd be coming here. I thought you might have gone to Jackie's bar.
This isn't his bar anymore?
Well, he performs here
This is where I
sometimes.
usually would
It's been a little
perform, right?
while. It's been a little while.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you haven't been gone. I just thought I hadn't seen you in a while.
No, I went to Gwenviller. Giuseppe, can you just fucking chew any quieter? Jesus.
You know, he does everything loud. Snores, chews.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's true, Gustav.
Moans.
I was gonna hold him back from making the sex joke. Makes love.
So, Jacques has his own place now.
Oh, yeah, the gloveless cat. Stealing a lot of business from us.
The
They stole
gloveless
Orin.
cat.
Mr. KR is furious.
Oh. Yeah, I bet. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I froze for a second.
No, it's fine. You guys
The
froze a little bit
cat.
for me.
All right.
Yeah, it's over in the
Yeah.
Lighthouse District. You know, down the street from Fyrn's fortress.
Fyrn is a fortress?
You've
Fucking hell. All right.
just been gone for months.
I've been gone for a while. All right. Yeah. Does Septimus have somewhere too? And Bruce?
I mean, there's the fucking weird Machina temple, and his weird followers come in here. I have to shoo him out with a broom. They scare business, talking about I don't even know.
Okay. Right. Well, this is news. Well, I'm sorry Jacques has been stealing business, but I am glad to provide some here today for my crew. I have a crew now. I have a ship. I'm a captain.
But hold on, quickly. If
Okay.
your buddy's got his own bar, why don't we just go there to drink? Like he'll drink us up, right? Why don't we waste our money here?
It's not wasting, Giuseppe. And you know what? We'll drink here and we'll drink there. More drinks. You're not buying anyway, so just here. I give him another apple, or I give him the apple that he gave he gave me.
Half eaten.
Happy
Okay.
apple, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right,
I'll
2 ales it is. All right.
Yeah.
3. Gusto puts his hand up
Yeah.
for another one.
Clara?
I'll do an ale. Why not, right? Get a little taste of Hyven.
Oh, you want to taste
I
Sorry, Habit came in. We used to sell specialty drinks here, but your friend stole our
not
brewer.
anymore.
Well, the orange specials are now gloveless cat specials. Sorry, I'm the new manager, and I've been put under a lot of pressure from Mr. KR. We have to turn the lights off because the fucking electrum bills are through the roof. Sorry, I'm unloading a lot on you.
No, please.
4 ales it is.
That's
4
quite
ales
all
it
right.
is.
No, Pari, if you need to talk about it, it's fine. I'll listen. We'll listen, right? Giving them all like you better say yes.
Clara's like got the questionable look, like, oh, is this why we came here?
Yeah, this is the glamorous adventures in Aldhalor.
Where are the Dungeons and the Dragons?
That's her new voice, by the way.
I talk like this.
Love it.
So yeah, Pari would
annoying, is it?
kind of just in a huff would go back to the taps and pour you all 4 ales and hand them over and say, it's fine, you don't have to hear my baggage. I got work to do anyway. And it's not all bad. Jackie does come by sometimes to perform.
Well, good. I'm glad he still has that at least, but I'll talk to him and make sure he knows what a disservice that he did you.
As she's saying this, in walks in this half-orc dock worker. As he like kind of strolls in and he looks over and he's like, well, summon the moon if it isn't Saskia sea blood returned, huh? And he kind of like strolls up and he puts out a hand and he's like, it's good to see Iron and Mana's got their warlock back.
And I will meet with a handshake and say, it's been a while. I'm glad to be back. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm gonna go look for them in a few minutes after we finish up here.
Oh, you didn't want to go right to them and see how they're doing?
I wanted to treat my crew to a drink first, because that's what good captains do.
Captain of a crew, hmm?
Aye. Captain Seablood, may I introduce the crew of the Anna Flores? Well, most of them. One of them is still on the ship. My first mate is still on the ship. Very trusted, that one.
Yeah, but he's not really a fun time. How you doing? Giuseppe Latagente. This is my boyfriend here, Gusto.
Hey.
As he goes into shake, he grabs his hand, and all of a sudden, it's a paw. As the disguise whips back as he goes, so this is what Saskia has as her crew. And I kind of like pulls him in to like almost inspect him. And he's like, what? Are you trying to replace me or something?
So, Chocolate, no. Oh my.
Poster.
Wow. It's all right. It's fine. This is what I was talking about. This is. Hi.
Hello, Saskia.
Hi.
It's good to see you again.
I'll like go for a hug, but then I'll kind of like, and like,
He sighs and he gestures with his hands.
big hug. Oh, I've missed you.
Yeah, I've missed you too.
What the fuck is going on?
In a second. You look well.
Thanks. Yeah, I am. I have a lot to tell you guys. I feel more whole.
Oh, good. Well, I think Septimus and Fyrn are up at the fort, and you don't even know about the fort. We're gonna have so much fun.
You have a fort? I heard you have a bar. What the fuck? You have a bar? You stole Oren? What the fuck? Why? What happened?
Steal? Jacques Touchard does not steal. And then that's when you hear from behind Gusto and Seppi, I hear, I knew it! And then she pushes them aside as Clara is like red in the face as she goes, Jacques Touchard! You son of a bitch! And he just looks over and goes, wait a minute. Are you the Storm Rain brat? Brat, you owe my brother 1,000 gold. It wasn't 1,000 gold. How, you swindler, you thief, you. Okay. I'm sorry. Where the fuck did you go that you picked up the daughter of the Duke of Honduras?
I'm like looking between the two of them, just like, oh god. All right,
Yeah, that's when you hear Pari after
Right.
Clara's freak out goes like, "Amen, sister."
Well, like I've got a lot to talk about, to share with you, and I'd like
clearly.
to find, yeah, and I'd like to see the fucking fort.
Of course,
And I wanna see your
my
place.
apologies. We have much catching up to do. And might I say that ship you sailed in on? I mean, it doesn't fit you, but it is beautiful.
The fuck do you mean it doesn't
I'm
fit me?
teasing, he says as he hits her on the shoulder.
Oh, I miss
And
Yeah, it is pretty
Clara
funny.
in the behind is like, oh, that. As he's all like nonchalant, like, come on, let me show you around.
And as we finish our drinks and follow Jacquette out, I'll like go and like put a hand on Clara's arm and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I should have told you. I'm sorry. Is this gonna be a problem?
To think that I would see the son of the two shards all the way over here, across the world, and that he's
Do you know them? Know him
a
personally?
member of your party.
Yeah.
Personally, my family
like,
and his
have fun-
family,
Do you like dine together or some shit?
on many unfortunate occasions, when your grandfather is the head of the Merchants Guild in Domuzerum, you get everywhere, it seems, including in the dining halls of the Duke of Honduras. And that's where I first met Jacquette. And let me tell you that if you think that he's caused troubles here,
he has.
let me tell you, I'm sure there's wanted posters for him all over. Not by the police, mind you, by his overbearing parents.
Well, Clara, I'm going to absolutely pick your brain and get some dirt on him to use at a later date.
Oh, anything to even the playing field. Jacquette's like, what's that? Saskia, maybe, Clara.
And as Jacquette leads you out to the street, as you're leaving the bar, Sass, you would feel that familiar. As standing next to you is Ro, kind of walking with his arm around your shoulders. Oh, the old cat's got himself a bar. I actually knew that.
I wasn't
I'm sorry I
expecting
didn't tell
that.
you.
What the fuck? Did you know that Did you know that we had a fortress now too?
Yes, you
And
never
it-
asked about your friends.
Okay. I thought about them all the time, and you're fucking up in there. and
That's
so
fair.
That's
That's
the same
fair.
thing.
I know you thought about them all the time. You made your new friends feel bad about themselves by saying you missed them. Oh,
It's very, very weird to be be between two friend groups. I have to introduce everyone to everyone, and I really, really hope everyone gets along.
you're off to a terrible start. This is fun. I'm so glad to be back
Thanks.
in Aldhalor, whatever. I keep messing it up. Oh. Anyway.
Yeah.
And before we get to meet up with the rest of your party, we're going to take a short break and then jump into the introductions and potential gift givings in Fyrn's Fort. Stick around, folks. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody. We are returning with Advantage in Paradise. Our friends are still recovering from Jacquette's incident and cruising around town. But Saskia's returned with her new friends, and Jacquette has run into them on the street as he was disguised as a half-orc, then revealed himself to the chagrin of Clara, who seems to know him from their shared past. But now Jacquette is leading Saskia through the city up to the lighthouse fort to reunite with Fyrn and Septimus. So you're walking through the streets as Jacquette is maybe regaling you with some stories.
Yeah, so Jacquette will start. I'm sure, like, as they walk out, Jacquette's like, right, so first off, I did hire Oren in the employ of my establishment, the Gloveless Cat. I did not steal him. I hired him. He's paid. He came willingly. Because he knows a good deal when he sees it.
Right.
But anyways, you'll see,
No, please.
gesturing to the... What? You got something to say? You little punk.
Actually, I was about to applaud you. Now I'm just doing Jacquette in a different voice. Yeah, Sess told me you're kind of a funny guy, and you know what, she's kind of right. You gotta tell me later what you did. Told the old stiff over there. Man, seeing her getting fired up is freaking hilarious. Pointing to Clara.
Yeah. Anyways, you'll notice, clearly uncomfortable by the idea of talking about his past with a stranger. Anyways, you'll notice all the signage for our old friend Mr. Greaves.
Yeah, I see there's an election. Are you running against him? The fuck is up with that?
Not officially. Bruce and Emile, you remember Emile from the governor's office, both think that I should be in the running, but I want it to be organic, you know? I don't want to put myself out there and be like, oh, vote for me. I want the people to say, no, we want Jacquette Touchard.
To take the governor's role, to be in charge of Hyven.
Well, so that's,
What is
kind
the
of the
election
thing,
for?
right? So, while we were away in the north, turns out the
Oh no.
He's
Sorry.
returned.
Giuseppe, keep up. Come
while
on.
we were... Stop making out with your boyfriend. Jeez, have a little class. While we were up in the north, it seems that the Commodore fucked off, as you might say, left Hyven to its own devices, and in the space that was left, Mr. Greaves really started to rise up and challenge the authority of not just the Commodore, but the governor, stating that Hyven was power unto itself, which is also kind of what I said. But he was all about putting himself in charge and deciding what's best for the city. So at first it was that he wanted to be the Commodore of the Asia province, right? It's Asia province?
Yep.
Yeah. But now it seems like he's just interested in controlling Hyven. Which, since this is our home, I figured this is where we should be focusing our efforts, right? Mr. Greaves is out there in the other cities and towns of Asia, but this is where, his power is centralized.
Right.
Give me a moment while I switch up my headphones, because these are dying.
Jacquette goes hush hush when you're walking by the Avenirium Electrum Company spot, which now, as you're walking by, the fog cloud is gone, There's nothing there. There's just 2 of those Avenarian Electrum guards just sort of still in place. Well, I should amend that statement. There is something there. There is the faded stains of blood on the ground.
Oh, what happened here?
Ah, of course, the Avenarium Electrum Company. Right, so I don't know if you recall, but as we were coming back, we were realizing that there was some power struggles going on. You have the Commodore's office with her guards up in the Admiralty Court. You have Mr. Greaves out of the Widow's Ward, but also controlling elements of the Merchants Exchange and the harbor. And at the time, in conflict for the Lighthouse District. And then there was the Chroma Fist, the thugs of the Aradunai, who controlled the Brigadier's Gate District and the
Piscator Row.
Piscator's Row. The Chroma Fist really like to cause trouble, specifically against the AEC, the Avenarium Electrum Company, who, to call them neutral seems too kind a word. But their interests are purely monetary. Kind of like yours, Clara says from behind. What? No. Why did you... Anyways, the Electrum Company, as you recall, Sigil tried to get us to, hijack their elemental.
I remember that.
Well, someone else did, which brought them into town, and now they're charging an arm and a leg for Electrum.
That's
Which
what
is
Paradice
why,
said.
as you saw in the Harlequin and Chalice, Hyven is starting to tighten their belts and turn off their lights at night.
So there was when we walked in, there was a big fog cloud here. What was that all about? It's not here now.
Right. So the Electrum Company likes to cover any tracks of conflict. We don't really know what they do when they do that, but it's usually over dead bodies. And when the cloud lifts, no bodies, only faint signs of conflict.
It's pretty fucked up.
It is. They're definitely not good, but they're not wholly bad either. And at the moment, we have a tentative agreement to maybe work with them.
Oh,
Their big thing is getting rid of the Aradunai.
okay. Didn't Fyrn want
And
to
we
work
actually-
with the Aradunai?
Well, so the Ascendancy has made it pretty clear that they're not interested in working with us. We actually met one of the Ascendants, some crazy elemental lady. Name escapes me, but they're pretty rigorous in their beliefs. We made some headway offering up the old elemental items we got from them, but they still said maybe the best they could do was take the bounty off our heads. But the idea of working together, unless we were to go all in on expunging the corruption of Alma, didn't really seem like we were going to get anywhere. We did make contact. Well, Bruce made contact with Fiora. She's still held prisoner. What she thinks underneath the red dandelion. So that's still a thing that we should think about doing.
Okay.
He says it just kind of stares off into the middle distance for a moment.
All right. So let me see if I can spit back what you just said. There's a power conflict. You might be running for it. You might be
Yes.
in charge of this at some point. But you want it to be organic. You want the people to choose you. Good fucking luck.
Yes.
And then we want
Thank you.
Mr. Greaves. Have you seen him? Did he make contact? What's going on there?
We haven't seen hide or tail of him. He did host a party recently for Iluvania Rising Day. Right? What's it called?
Oh, goodness. We did give it a real name.
Yeah. Anyways,
like
he
Yoda.
hosted a little.
Iluvanimus.
He did host a party. We weren't invited, but it sounded like he was
Let's go
just
anyway.
cementing his position. But he has been seen in public, and he and I are currently locked into a exchange of sorts through the Hive and Times editorial column.
Oh.
If nothing else, actually, now that I'm realizing it, the Times is probably profiting hugely off of this. Wait a minute. No.
Never questioned why they're so eager to publish your work.
I just thought people liked what I had to say.
All right. So is the I'll lower my voice a little bit. Is the plan still to overthrow him? Because I ran into one
Probably
of
kill
his-
him.
Yes,
Oh.
I didn't want to. say
Sorry,
that
point
out
of
loud.
clarification. When Jacquet left, he would have disguised himself again.
Okay. This makes sense.
But he is talking in his own voice. So anyone with a passive perception of 18 maybe would be like, hey, wait a minute, was that Jacquet? No, it's a half orc. Okay, whatever.
But that's Saskia. I'm confused.
What is going on?
I was waylaid at the dock when we came into port by the dock master there, and was looking for a fight. It really
Nefret?
seemed like no.
Oh.
Maybe dock master wasn't the right term. I do have to see her though. I need to get papers for my ship. I have a ship.
Don't worry, I'll
Jacquet.
forge something for you.
I
Don't
know.
worry about
I want to do it. I
Yeah,
want
the
to do
guy,
it.
the guy down at the docks was accosting her, saying that wasn't taken too kindly to you guys, Iron Mana folks. He was
Yeah.
a supporter of Mr. Greaves, and man, you should have seen the the sorry display of bribery that our captain here did.
All right. I've learned that that's what you need to do now, okay? I've never been a captain before.
So there's hope yet. You can learn.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. 'Cause I am a bigger person now, more well-rounded. I'm very
see,
eager to share with you.
Coming over your shoulder is Road, and he's like, "You're doing marvelous, lovely. This is the greatest test yet of your new self, is trying not to be a judgy bitch in the presence of Jacquet again. I would not blame you if it starts to bubble up, but stay strong." As he fades away.
I appreciate that. It's very difficult. Yeah, I found what I was looking for, and I'm excited.
Oh, we're talking about you now?
All right, Jacquet. If we're talking about you for
I just
quite a
kidding,
while,
I
wanted to get it in there.
Okay. That's I
As
just wanted to
you-
wait for the whole crew, so you didn't have to repeat anything.
Yeah, and it's as he says that you pass through the entrance to the Lighthouse District, and you would actually, if you want to, you can point out the Gloveless Cat because it would be recognizable from here.
Yeah, so Jacquet gestures and goes, and that, my dear friends and Clara, is my establishment. The Gloveless Cat.
Wow.
I like to imagine there's someone
You
peeing
hated
outside
that
the front.
name.
Oh, 100%. There's
Yeah.
just some drunk it's like a Chroma Fist guy too. He's just like a drunk Chroma Fist guy just pissing on the side of the building.
Hey,
I love
hey,
it.
stop that! and that's when he whips out this really cool contraption. It's like this very sleek design as it comes out, and you see it's a crossbow, but it's got multiple limbs on it. As he very quickly fires off one shot, and it barely makes a noise as shoots through and just embeds in the sideboards next to the individual.
And they go running off.
Go piss somewhere you're wanted.
Oh
Jokes
yeah,
on him,
when
he's
he's
not wanted
when he's running, there's a trail of piss behind him.
Yes.
Oh. That's new.
Oh, that, yeah. Gift from Bruce. He's been really working his hands. He's been working hard. Up at the academy, making some nifty little gadgets.
That's good. Keep him busy.
But this, he says as he gets up to the lighthouse fort. This is what Iron Man is really getting known for.
Wow.
Yeah, you would see.
It's a lighthouse.
It's not a lighthouse. It's the ruined foundation of a lighthouse repurposed into a fort, which really Fyrn, the Kobold Code did a good job of clearing that out and building an actual fort here. And it's got thick, tall walls. You can see. Well, Clay, do you want to describe it?
Sure. It's got thick, tall walls. You can see that it has a pretty large courtyard. It looks a little. It's hard to see from the outside, but you could tell that there are 2 or 3 larger structures in the inside that are smaller and leaves a lot of space for, in between the walls and the actual structures. And there are some banners that have a symbol that looks like just like an IM on it for iron and mana. And there's another one that just has like a symbol of a white eye for Fyrn. And you could see some guards that are patrolling up top of the thing. Just, it looks like they're well equipped with some heavy armor. And yeah.
You would also notice that there's not a ton of people, but there are people coming in and out, because you would notice as you get closer that there is a small market set up in the courtyard with a few vendors.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You built all this together?
Well, we didn't. Koboko did most of the work.
You know what?
Sorry, Koboko did the work. We just pointed and gave him the coin. Oh, actually, before I forget, speaking of coin, Jacques searches himself for a moment and then procures a leather sack that is heavy and large and offers it to you.
What's this for?
Your gut.
I'll take it and... Of what?
Oh, remember our last adventure? This one. Always forgetful, Jacques says to the other 3.
Oh, up north? Is it from Sigil?
Well, no. From all the loot we got.
Right. Thanks. You didn't have to hold on to that for me. Thank you. How much is it?
Well, I didn't, but I wanted to. So that right there is 10,480 silver pieces.
Well, vomit a little in my mouth.
Giuseppe's just salivating at the mouth. He's like, we came to the right place. I was a little doubtful, but my God, I'm ready to make some money. You're the guy. What do you need us to do?
Yeah, before we go in, let me introduce most of my crew. These 2 lovely gentlemen.
If you want to introduce all of them when we're with Septimus.
Yeah, all right, fine. That's probably good. Can you say that number again so I can put it down in my ledger? 10,000?
10,480 silver pieces.
10,400.
all bearing the visage of our Lord and Savior, Curon. Yes, that's right. They were mint in Alicia.
Amazing.
For some reason, they used his face for the coinage. And
Yeah,
it's only been 30 years.
It's they made a ton of silver 30 years ago, thinking like, wow, this guy saved the world. He's going to be popular forever. Everyone's going to be into him. And now halfway across the world, people are like, yeah, once we started trading with Gwenvlier, we just have all this we have no idea who this guy is on this coin.
Yeah, why'd they pick
kinda
the
handsome, though.
ugliest one? Yeah.
Well, no, there's a specialty coin. There's only like 500 of in the world that have Wiswick's face on it, and they're twice the size of the silvers
They're
of Huron's.
They're coppers.
Yeah. The gold clearly has
Scarlet, right?
no.
She's Electrum.
She's
Yeah.
Electrum, the highest and the one that no one uses.
Serathil definitely didn't get any coins because it would just be a haggard man.
Yeah, Serathil's on the very
Face
rare
with a
half
skull on
copper
it.
coin. No.
Strangely enough, Timber is on both the gold and platinum.
Yeah,
It's
there's
his
a
wolf
wolf.
form on the gold and his human on the platinum.
Amazing.
That's smart.
But
So
anyway,
just make sure you've got that 10,480 silver.
Yep, I got it.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Deleting it.
all right. So Jacquette leads you into the courtyard where you can see Torcal, Hawken Goods, and some other smaller vendors, and you can head right to the Great Hall where you imagine Fyrn and Septimus are hanging out.
Well, I didn't find anyone talking about my
Okay.
death, but I did find. And he steps aside.
Oh shit, Saskia.
Can it be? Sas,
Fyrn's gonna
you're back.
run up and give you a big bear hug.
Yay, and I give you a big one back. Mm.
All right, roll a Constitution saving throw.
As you are lifted
I-
completely off
You
your
think he's
feet.
joking?
Yep. You feel that my muscles are pretty strong because I've been keeping up with my exercises in the morning. And I would say
Hey,
that I've been keeping up with my exercises.
Yeah, the sea's been good to you, it seems.
Aye.
Septimus would
Yes.
walk slower behind.
Yeah.
And be like, Sas, it's so glad to see you're okay. As a extend out his arms, but then kind of look to like see that like he get like more machine now, but like
Yeah.
not his head, and he'll leave
Yeah.
it open to like if you wanted to give him a hug.
I will still give him a hug. It just, yeah.
Yeah, so the last time you saw him, he just had the one robot arm and then the third
Mhm.
appendage arm on his back.
Good one. Right.
Mhm. So now you
Uh-huh.
can see that his other arm is completely metal as well, but it's different. The arm that he had before, that's on the other arm, was made by him and Bruce, and it's way more like, honestly, way more like Sal's arm, where it's like component parts. Whereas the other one is like a human arm, but completely made of this very fine woven metal. Like you might even mistake it at first to be like something that he could like just put over his arm, but then like looking at the joint at the elbow, it's like very clearly this is a completely machina arm, and you can see like
Mhm.
at the collar, you can see that same pharaoh flesh goes up to his neck, leading up to his jaw, which is completely made of metal.
Yeah, the lower bottom part of his jaw has been metallicized.
Wow. So I'll give you a hug and then I'll step back and say, "You've changed a lot."
It's still me
Wow.
in here, but
Yeah,
I've made
wow.
some adjustments to improve my form.
Yeah, I'll say. Looks good.
But we clearly have much to talk about.
Yeah, we do. I have lots to tell you. And Jacquette was getting me caught up on a little bit of the politics that are going on here. But I want to know how you all are doing too. Bless you, Jacquette.
Thank you.
Is Bruce here?
You guys haven't seen
Oh, you
Bruce
didn't tell her.
in a day and a half.
We haven't seen him in quite some time. I assume he's tinkering around at the academy, but obviously we've been a little preoccupied making our preparations for our move against Mr. Greaves.
Yeah, I want to hear more about that. And I don't know if...
Oh, wait. First off, Saskia, talk about yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
who are
What
these
happened?
people?
And who are these people?
Right. Allow
Besides
me...
her, I don't care about her.
Iron and Mana, allow me to introduce the crew of the Anafloris, my ship.
Yeah, she's got a nice ship too, by the way.
This
You've done quite well for yourself.
it's been a journey, and I'm excited to tell you I've missed you all so much. But this is these two lovely gentlemen, Giuseppe and Gusto.
Yeah, Giuseppe. He's just shaking Fyrn's hand, and then he'll go over to Septimus like, Jesus Christ. Good to meet you. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I was muted.
What'd
I
she
was,
say?
I was just gonna have Gusto when you say Jesus Christ be like, yeah, he there's something he says. We don't know what it means.
Pleasure to meet you both.
Yeah.
This yeah. This lovely lady right here is it's Clara Stormrain. You might have heard of
Hello.
her.
How are you? She says, looking to Saskia like, see,
I like this
me
one.
too. She says as she glares daggers at Jacquette.
And there's one more member of the crew, but he's on the ship. His name is Tygon. He's actually the benefactor, you might say, the one who gifted me the ship. And he's brilliant, don't mind.
Are you just picking up patrons every left and right way you go?
No. Haha, very funny.
I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is awkward.
Ro comes off of your form and leans. She's like, I think they want to know what you discovered.
Yeah, I don't. Do I just go into it? Do I just say it? Do I just like?
Does Ro appear next to her?
Oh no!
Shit, yeah.
Actually, this is something
Yeah.
I'll say that you didn't even notice, Sass, because you were Jacquette was yapping. But like when you cross the threshold of the of the whole of the fort, like this just you like kicked out of your body was Ro, and he's just like what the?
Do I see him doing that?
You would have seen him doing that, yeah. I'll say
Yeah.
you would have seen him doing like, what is this magic? Oh, fuck.
Speaking of patrons, mine can't seem to get in. It's by
Hey, it's
design.
working.
See?
Wait.
That is completely by design.
Rose here? Where the fuck is that piece of shit?
Hey, you like Sass,
outside.
like in like really quiet, like from outside. You just say, Saskia, Saskia. I will not have this. Oh fuck it! I'm gonna get a drink.
Well, turning to Fyrn, it's like, well, proof enough that it has worked for now. Yes, we had to apply some defensive measures. There was an attempt on our lives.
Oh shit!
A few weeks ago. A few days ago.
Nope.
Few days.
A few days ago.
Fuck, is everyone all right? I mean, obviously you're here, but what happened?
Yeah, we're all
There's just
okay.
side eyes, but won't say anything.
You know, it was harrowing and everything, but we all made it out okay.
Well, that's good.
Needless to
The
say, we
quick
needed
died.
to
We had to bring him back to
ensure
life. He's got this weird patch on his chest.
What? You fucking died
But
again?
Septimus
Yeah,
turns
well,
to
you
him
know.
quickly and like looks back to the new people that are with Sass. And he's like, "Phil, I'm supposed to keep that under wraps. Remember?
It's Saskia.
We don't. They're new people.
You can trust them.
Oh, don't worry about us. We're not gonna say a word. We're not gonna say a word. We'll do whatever Saskia wants. If you keep on flinging gold, I'm not gonna say a dang thing."
I'm sorry, the great Jacquet Touchard not only died once, but twice? Oh, the nobles back home love this.
But if it's supposed to be under wraps, looking at my crew, it's under wraps. You can enjoy it as much as you want in here, looking at Clara. But
She gives
what the
a
fuck
curt nod.
happened, Jacquet?
Oh, well, and he, loosens his collar and he shows you over his really nice new +2 studded leather armor, by the way.
Mm.
Lowers that too, and you see similar to the flesh that Septimus has,
Yeah.
this pharaoh flesh knit over his chest, over where his heart would be. And Jacques just goes, you know, Mr. Greaves, the coward that he is, or whoever the fuck attacked us, came in the night when we were asleep, slipped a dagger between my
So
ribs,
cowardly.
or I guess
Oh.
my sternum. I don't really know anatomy.
Cut out your fucking heart?
Poisoned it, actually. I think it was really the poison that did me in. That really took me over the double threshold damage.
There were lurkers in
Like,
each
really,
of our domain.
really.
I found mine. Luckily, I was able to detect enough time in my temple, and I gave a cry out to Machina, and it banished them all from each respective area. But fortunately, it was too late for Jaquette. But it's during our encounter we found out that Mr. Greaves is using fiendish magic, hence the protection bubble, I suppose, that is around the fort now.
Makes sense.
But as you
Right.
come back at a very opportune moment, you having somebody that is from the Hells can maybe help unravel how he's attained this.
Yeah, but can we even trust bro? For all know, you know,
Yes.
he's in cahoots with someone like Mr. Greaves.
No.
Possibly, but he did return Sice back safe and sound.
And he made
That's at
very
least somewhere
good-
to start on earning some trust.
And he made very good on his part of our agreement. I found out who I was.
Oh,
Yeah, it was emotional for sure. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Flores family in Tasaka. That were there 30 years ago.
that's why, yeah. I wasn't around 30 years ago, so. That's ancient
Yeah.
history.
Right. Well, those memories that Mother Vine had given me, they were true. I was supposed to train at the Mr. Marcanum in wizardry and eventually be the Prime Wizard or assist the Prime Wizard, part of the government, and be a big deal, I suppose. But that didn't happen. Obviously. My home was beautiful. In disrepair, obviously, but it was there and it was real. I saw my room, my bedroom. I didn't remember it, obviously, but it felt right, if that makes sense. I saw me. There was a mural of me and my mother and father right there for everyone to see. And my name was Anna Flores, which is what I named my ship. So I didn't want to completely forget, who I was. I don't remember the terms of the deal that I made with... Oh, she's dead, by the way. We'll talk about that another time. My former patron. I killed her.
I'm sorry. You killed your former patron?
I did. And you know what the bitch
By yourself?
No, of course not. I couldn't have done it by myself. No.
What do you think? What do you think we're here for?
Yeah, they were...
Eye candy. I don't know.
Why, thank you.
Hey.
You too, don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, I can tell you more about that another time. That I almost died. I was very, very close. And if I had, I would have come back. Well, my visage would have come back, but it wouldn't have been me. Yeah. It was a lot. But in a weird way, even though I don't, remember it, it still feels like I feel more complete. If that makes sense. I brought you something. I brought you all something. And I will dig into my bag.
Jacques rolls his eyes and looks to the other two like, all right, Saskia gifts.
It's like Christmas when your grandma gives you like a pencil.
Yeah.
As you say that, I will pull out the first item, which is and we can figure out where I got all of these things, but it is a white moonstone that's probably maybe like that big, and it's kind of like fashioned with some wire into sort of a keychain. And as you say that, I pull out this very pretty gem, and I will turn to Fyrn and say, "Here, I found this, and it made me think of your eye, and I thought you could put it on your belt or somewhere, maybe on your horn. I don't know, but here."
Oh, damn it! I didn't get you anything. Hold on, 1 second.
No, Fyrn, I was the one that left. I'm not expecting anything. I wanted you all to know that I was thinking about you when I was away.
Fyrn graciously takes it and pins it to the fur on his shoulder plate. That's kind of near his shoulder blade area.
Yeah. Beautiful. I will reach into my bag and I'll pull out a similar keychain, but this one has a red ruby in it, and similar size. And I will turn to Septimus, and I will say, "I know that you're, on this journey to transformation and transforming yourself, but I thought this reminded me of, the hearts that you were born with, and maybe it would, just remind you that, you're still you, even after all of this."
Oh. Thank you, Sass. I've been contemplating a lot, so it's not contemplating, but just reveled in deep thought as to what makes us Alma. And it's my belief that the body may change, but the spirit lingers. But thank you. This means a lot.
And I will pull out a very it's a box that's it's broken clearly, there's cracks everywhere, and it at when it was new, it was beautiful. It was ornate and covered in gemstones, but it's, obviously in disrepair. I got this for Bruce. I found it in my bedroom. It's a music box, but it doesn't work anymore. So I thought he might enjoy fixing it. But I can give that to him, later, when he's back. And I'll put that back in, and then I'll take out another box. This one is very simple. It's a stationary box, faded. I've got water stains and stuff on it, but I turned to Jacquette. This was also from my bedroom, and I'll open the lid, and inside you will see some paper, some stationery, some ink, and a quill. And there, it's been living in a bedroom that's not been used in a very long time, so it's not in perfect condition, but still workable. I tested it. I did write some things down with it, but I know you're good with a quill, and I thought you might like this.
But takes, he's like, thank you. I will write with it.
All out of those
What the fuck am I
fancy
supposed to say?
All out of those fancy keychains.
So
Yeah, thanks, Saskia. I think the real gift is getting you back, though. Missed things like this.
I missed you all. I thought about you all the time when I was away, and again, I'm sorry it was such a abrupt departure. I just had to follow the pull,
You were looking to find yourself, and I hope that endeavor was worth it, and that you don't regret your ultimate decision.
I don't think I do. No, I don't. Because it led me to you.
No. One thing I've learned being your friend, Saskia, is to never be surprised by the bullshit you pull. Don't worry. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. But you gotta tell us about killing your patron. I mean, for fuck's sake, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it was quite emotional, given the connection to her.
I want to see the boat.
We can do that. We can go see the boat, the ship. My ship. I'm a fucking captain.
Okay. Don't get your head in a cloud.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that, you all would have seen her headscarf and her sash had changed. Have changed. Instead, it's now this very faded patchwork. Looks like it was made from a quilt, and that's what she wears as her headscarf and her sash now.
So you would
your
see
headscarf and changed.
Yes, you would see it's a little more I imagine, Sass, you even patched it into your old scarf a little bit, and just patched it into your cloak a little bit too, and things like that, just as
much as I could salvage.
And you still have a chunk of the quilt to continue patching things if you've ever get something else in the game and you're like, I patched my quilt into it. There's plenty of quilt because it was a pretty big bed. You were a rich girl. But the other thing you all would notice is that Saskia no longer has a grayed out eye. She has both of her eyes completely.
Oh.
What? That I feel like that would have been
Yeah, I forgot to say it earlier.
That's fair.
I really forgot to say it earlier that Saskia's eyes are her both normal eyes, and no longer is she have a scarred eye.
Wait a minute.
Although they do not, Saskia, they have not reverted to your original eye color. They still have the red of
The red,
Ro.
Yeah.
Although you would have seen your original eye color in the mural, which was green.
Green. Hmm. Green eyes.
Just like your mother's. Who I also forgot to mention looks just like you, except she has longer elven ears because she was a full-blooded Gwyn elf.
Yeah, so as I said, Ro made very good on his end of the bargain. So I feel it is, it will be my responsibility to assist him with whatever he wishes as well, which is not quite clear yet. But I won't do anything without talking with you all first. I promise.
That's all we can ever ask. And no, I'll never trust any devil wholeheartedly. I do think that some are better than others.
Seems very
Side
justified.
eyes
Saying
him.
go.
What'd you say?
It's the devil you know, sort of thing. Is that what you were getting with?
Exactly right. Yep. But he can still suck eggs.
So let's go see the ship.
Yeah, I suppose. If Ro's on our side now, maybe we could ask him about all this devil stuff that Mr. Greaves been pulling off. He might, know more than we do.
That's what I was trying to allude to before. And maybe it'll be in his best interest also. Whatever he wants. Which is...
You'll figure out that interest.
Has he told you? What exactly he wants from you?
He did tell me, right?
He didn't tell you how to do
wants-
it yet, but he did say
he
that he
wants
wants
to be
out of the house. He wants to
out of
come
the
back
house,
to the
yeah.
material plane. He wants to go
Yep.
home.
All right. Yeah, actually he did. I don't have specifics, but he wants out of the hills and to come back to the material plane. So
And I guess you
suppose-
do also know, Sass, that he has indicated that he wants a seat at the table, that there's a void in the cosmos opening up that he wants to take up. So, like, I don't know if you would tell them that. The easier answer is just say he wants to come home and come to the material plane.
Yeah, and I'll leave it at that because Saskia still doesn't fully understand the
And you shouldn't,
scope of
because
all
he
that.
he just said it. Like, it's a thing that's just maybe like sticks in your head here and there to be like, what did he mean by that? That seems way more cryptic than everything else he said.
Yeah. So I'll just say what I said. And for what it's worth, I suppose my word isn't very good because I trusted a sea hag, but he seems very honest and genuine, and he's been nothing but helpful to me. And he wants to make sure that I stay with you all.
And Sass, this is something that you can choose if you want to share with them, which is like maybe an interesting thing to bring up at some point, is that you have the mind meld that's happening.
Yeah.
That's just another feature that you leave it to you if you want to reveal that.
Yeah. I would think I will eventually, but not right now.
Okay.
But I imagine, like, as we step out of the fortress, Ro will be there, like, tapping his foot.
He's not actually. He meant it when he said, "I'm gonna fuck off." Although the second you leave the fortress, you're speaking of the mind meld. The mind meld returns. Like you realize it when you step out of the fortress. You may need to test this later, but like you might have a complete severing from Ro while you're in the fortress.
As in, can't use any of my abilities?
You're not sure. You might need to test that
Okay,
next time you
that's
go in
something to
there.
Test.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
A passing thought that you're like, wow, because it's like a rush. You get a headache. It's a rush. Is like a fucking Lord of the Hells returns into your brain all at once, basically. And you get an immediate mind meld flash of where he is right now. And he is in a tavern, plucking at his mandolin, just sort of making the vibes happen as he's drinking his own grog, as like the people in the tavern are like getting way more raucous and whatnot. And as soon as you get this vision, you recognize he took a little stroll to the temple court, and he is in his own tavern right now.
His own tavern. Nice. Oh, fucking hell. Oh.
There you are.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this either.
Well,
That's your accent, either.
That's not my fault.
Fuck.
I understand, but let's try to fix that if we can, Saskia.
Yeah, I'll have a word with Septimus. I also need to test a few things when I get back inside.
By the way, have you been here before? Have you seen this painting of me?
Yeah, I have. I've danced there quite a lot, yeah.
Oh, hells, they got it all wrong. I'm much more handsome than that. Oh, well, I'll let you have the night with your friends. I'll be here.
Enjoy your night.
And we'll end it there with you all heading to go check out Saskia's ship. But we'll also end with 2 vignettes.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
By Razu.
As the sun is setting, and you all reunited, head to Saskia's ship to see what she's brought you all and meet little Tygan. Somewhere in the bowels of Sigel's library. In one of the private chambers, Sigil has given him Bruce Toils. Poring over his own notes. As he sits back in a chair, scratches his head and shakes it, and then pulls from his pocket his grandfather's cube. Twirls it in his hand a little bit, trying to look at it, and throws it on the table, frustrated. Sigil steps in to the room behind him with a book in his hands, in his casual mask and garb, wrapped up arms. Bruce, I suggest that you take a break. There's more time for those studies. As you asked, I perused your grandfather's journal. I've left some notes. You may want to read deeper into it yourself. And tomorrow, we can look into it together. He places it down next to Bruce, puts a hand on his shoulder, and then walks away. As Bruce sighs, he reaches for the journal. And as he reaches for the journal, there's a cracks of energy that come off of the cube. The journal begins to shake. Bruce grabs it to try to stop whatever he thinks is happening, pulls it close to his chest as the cube seems to come apart in a sort of cosmic way where it's like its aggregate parts are in a orb of energy, and then flashes a light and closes and lands on the desk. Papers. As Bruce vanishes.
All shit. Here we go again.
Quiet
Okay.
of the library.
Sigil wasn't there to like watch that, right?
No,
He just
Sigil did
handed
not
to-
witness it, yeah. Fading out from the library into the night as the sun sets, we drift over to the widow's ward. Moving up the streets towards the northern portion of the widow's ward, towards the old abandoned brick houses. We see people beginning to kind of like celebrate a little bit in the streets. The widow's ward is starting to look a little more like it did before the governor came. People drinking in public. You hear music coming from the outer business. People seem to be lining up as if there might be a fight night that there hasn't been in a while.
Whoa.
But we don't stay at the outer business. We keep moving up the streets into the deeper ruined brick houses, where rumor has it is the headquarters of the syndicate. And into an abandoned building we go, and through cracks and crevices and holes we drift somewhere below the surface, perhaps into the cliff sides of the Little Paltos cliffs. So we're in a dark room. People stand in the flanks of this hallway, brutalistic in its architecture, just flat stone leading to a raised flat stone dais, where sitting in the only lavish thing in the room, a lavish chair made of beautiful mahogany, polished, is a man. The light kind of coming only from above him, casting his face in shadow. In front of him is a well filled with a black ichor. And people in the shadows, we can only really see the pinpoints of their eyes, the reflections of that single light hanging over this figure, who's just standing there, hand on one chair, leaning over, other hand on his forehead, gripping it, though we can't see his face. And then he looks up. We don't see his face, we just see the lights pinpointing in his eyes, as a hand just out of the black ichor drags itself, another hand almost corporealizing from the ichor. A skull that rapidly flesh wraps around before fading into just shadow. A specter of sorts. Just two pinpoint eyes before a smile curls up. They thwarted my mission. The cleric is stronger than you thought. When the De Leon brothers killed him,
Their journey north empowered them. They are stronger. You will need more of my kind. More from the shadows. Or it will surely kill you.
The man in the seat just sort of looks away casually, his hand kind of shaking as the shadow is speaking before coming to his head.
I'm sorry, but what use are the Helds to me if you can't kill a simple cat? What use has my dealings with your kind been? No, this is not our deal. Not our deal at all.
And a hand goes up. And you see, or we see, not you all, Dalen, the orc shadowmancer, steps out. And he just sort of draws this dagger from a sheath, and it's like comes out, and as it comes out, it like peels like flesh, blood from, or shadows from it. That's sort of like almost like an ichor, like the pool. And the shadow kind of shrinks at that.
You misunderstand me, Greaves.
That's where we'll end tonight.
Dum dum dum.
Oh boy.
All right. Thank you for hanging out with us on this homecoming for our main campaign and the reunion of most of Iron and Mana. Hopefully we will get our Alex back. But stick around for future adventures. We'll be back at our new time slot on Wednesdays. And we will continue this adventure into the politics and magical, also it seems, fate of Hyven, as Iron and Mana tries to do good by their home, while others seek to destroy it or supplant it. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you wherever we see you in the world. Bye.